In March this year, the IMF commenced second review of its $2.9 billion extended fund facility program for Sri Lanka, after which the third tranche amounting to around $330 million will be disbursed. Sri Lanka received the first tranche of the loan in March 2023 after the Executive Board approved the 48-month EFF program. The IMF Executive Board cleared the first review of Sri Lanka's bailout package in December last year, leading to the disbursement of the second tranche worth approximately $337 million. The
IMF Board will take up the second review of Sri Lanka's extended fund facility program for discussion today. With the successful completion of the review, we will be receiving the third tranche of the EFF program worth around $335 million. The next step we need to take is external debt restructuring. We have already completed local debt restructuring at the moment. We have arrived at preliminary agreements with our bilateral partners, and we have finally made it to the last stage of transforming those agreements into memoranda of understanding. We also had the first round of talks with our international bondholders. We couldn't arrive at an agreement during that meeting. We expect to start the second round of discussions soon and reach a successful conclusion. The bondholders have also been supportive in that regard.
Meanwhile, Cabinet spokesman Dr. Bandula Gunawarthana revealed how the government will allocate IMF funds in the next year.
Ours and the nation's hope is to hear some good news tonight from Washington. After we receive those funds, we have made a decision on how these funds will be allocated in 2025. It has been estimated that the country will need to bridge a deficit of $5.018 billion to run its external sector. To bridge that deficit, the IMF will provide around $663 million under the EFF program. They have also agreed to provide $700 million as budgetary support in the coming year. Along with that, the World Bank has agreed to provide $400 million, while the Asian Development Bank will provide $300 million. We expect to obtain a loan facility of $3.655 billion from a lender. They have clearly outlined the conditions under which those funds could be disbursed. In 2027, we will have a foreign deficit of $3.91 billion. The IMF has promised to give $399 million and another $600 million as budgetary support for that year. The World Bank and the Asian Development Bank will provide $300 million each. There will also be a loan facility of $1.48 billion which Sri Lanka will obtain. Even after securing all those funds, there will still be a deficit of $1.5 million in 2027. However, we will not be in a position to obtain a loan in 2027. By 2027, after following the program in place at the moment, we will be given the permission to issue an international development bond. From the bond issue, we expect to finance the $1.5 million needed. However, our foreign reserves must be at $14 billion by then.